Hello students, after understanding the poem Coromandel Fishes, it is the time to understand the figures of speech or the devices, poetic devices which are used in the poem. First of all, you should know why does a poet or a writer use these figures of speech or poetic devices. See students, when you go to a party or you want to attract others, or that others should notice you or appreciate you, what do with your dress? You wear accessories, isn't it? Girls are wearing hairbands, colorful clips, ribbons, bangles. So what is this? Accessory, just to grip the attention of others. Same like that, to grip the attention of the readers. The writers, what they do? They use poetic devices or figures of speech. This is also done to make their writing rich. They also want to make their writing, their poem, their story, whatever they are writing, rich. So that's why they are using figures of speech. In this poem, mainly three devices have been used. Those are simile, metaphor and personification. Let us know about them. You can see simile. First is simile. So what is simile? Actually, simile is a figure of speech or device which is used to compare two things together. It is used to compare two things which are of different type, but they have one common factor in them. For example, when we talk about Snow White, all of you have heard the story of Snow White, na? When we say she was as white as snow. So we are comparing a girl with snow, non-living thing, but they are totally different. But one common thing is there, or one similarity is there. And what is that similarity? The whiteness. That both of them are equally white. So we are using simile. In simile, whenever we make comparison, we make two words of comparison. Like, so I was telling you that in simile, whenever we compare two things, we use words of comparison. L-I-K-E, like, or as. These are two words which are used to compare things. Either we can use like, that he is brave like a lion, or he is as brave as a lion. So either we can use like or we can use edge to compare two things together. So here you can see it is written here, my mother is like an angel. Okay, and now we have to find out the difference between simile and metaphor. Metaphor is our second device. You can say, in other words, yes, it can be said that it is also a type of comparison. But in this, rather than comparing two things, we consider as if one thing is just like one thing has been changed into another one. For example, when we say my mother is like an angel, we are using simile. We are using word of comparison like also. But another hand, when we say my mother is an angel, it becomes metaphor. We are using metaphor. Just like that, when we say life is like a dream, it is simile. But when we say life is a dream, it is metaphor. So here also in the poem, if we'll go through the poem, you can notice when we say that the wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn like a child, then here it is simile. But when we say that to capture the leaping wealth of the tide, here also we are comparing fish with the wealth, leaping wealth. But we are not using words of comparison, so it is metaphor. Now the next and the third device comes personification. As the name suggests, person. When we are taking a non-living thing as a person or as a living being. So we are treating a non-living thing as a living thing or as a living being, then it is known as personification. For example, here you can see the wind. Here the wind lies asleep in the arms of the dawn. Here the wind has been given human-like qualities. This is called personification. And some other example I'll let you know from the poem. That is when we say that he who holds the storm by the hair. This we are talking about sea god. That sea, you can also imagine that sea god is holding storm by hair. It means storm is a human being who has hair, and sea god is holding him by hair. So this is all about simile, metaphor and personification. Go through the poem once again and try to find out other examples of simile, metaphor and personification. Have a nice day.